Hello students, today I am going to discuss about the hybridizations of different molecule and what will be the trick to find the hybridizations of this following molecule. So I will follow like first one, calculate total valence electron. Then if total valence electron is more than 8, then divide by 8. And number 3, if total valence electron is equal to or less than 8, then divide by 2. From this we can calculate the steric number. From this we can calculate the steric number. Once you will get the steric number, you can easily mention the hybridizations. Like if steric number is 2, hybridizations will be sp. If steric number is 3, hybridizations sp2. Steric number 4, hybridizations sp3. Steric number 5, hybridizations sp3d. Steric number 6, hybridizations will be sp3d2, and steric number 7, hybridizations will be sp3d2. So this is the first trick to do the hybridizations of the central atom. So one by one I will show the hybridizations of these following molecule by using this rule. After that I will show you another trick. Okay, so say I need to know the hybridizations of beryllium in BeCl2. So what should I do? I will BeCl2. What I will do? I will calculate total valence electron. Total valence electron will be 2 plus 2 multiplied by 7, that will give you 16. Now divide by 8. So this is the steric number. So steric number 2 and hybridizations is sp. So in BeCl2 the hybridizations of beryllium will be sp hybridizations. Okay, how will be the sp hybridizations? Okay, if you, this is the electronic configurations for beryllium. If you excite beryllium, then what will happen? One electron will be excited to p orbital. So this combined to give you 2 sp hybridized orbital. This is 2 sp hybridized orbital of equivalent energy. Now if you combine, like if you form the bond, so Be, this is the hybrid orbital for B, okay, sp, 1 sp, 2 sp, okay, 2 sp hybridized orbital, and you just overlap with p orbital of Cl, and that will give you the BeCl2 molecule structure. Okay, and this is the hybridizations for beryllium. Okay, now next move to CO2. So we will calculate the total valence electron for CO2. So what will be the total valence electron? Total valence electron 4 plus 2 multiplied by 6, that will give you 16. So if you divide by 8, 16, so that is the, so steric number is 2, so hybridizations will be sp hybridizations. So what will be the structure for that? So C double bonded O, this is the basically structure for CO2. From that you can see the hybridizations. Because here 2 sigma bonds are there, pi bond do not take in hybridizations, do not take part in hybridizations. Okay, so here hybridizations of carbon is sp. Done. Okay, now next Next is BCl3. BCl3, we just calculate total valence electron. Total valence electron 3 plus 3 multiplied by 7, that is 24. So if you divide by 8, so 8 3s are 24. So that will give you steric number 3, and that's why hybridization is sp2. So here hybridization of BCl3 is sp2. Okay, this is B, this is Cl, this is Cl, this is Cl. Here 3 sigma bonds, boron form 3 sigma bonds. So hybridization will be sp2. Okay, no problem. Now next, SO3. What will be the hybridizations for SO3? So we will calculate the total valence electron. Total valence electron for SO3, 6 plus 3 multiplied by 6, that will give you 24. So 8 3s are 24. So steric number is 3. So hybridizations will be sp2 done. So what will be the structure of SO2? Structure of SO2 will be is double bonded to SO3 is double bonded to. Here sulfur is sp2. See here sulfur from 3 sigma bonds, 3 sigma bonds, 3 sigma bonds, 3 pi bonds, 3 pi bonds. Pi bond do not have any role in hybridization, so we won't count that. We will only count 3 sigma bond, 1 2 3, and hybridizations will be sp2, and there is no lone pair. Basically steric number is basically sigma lone pair plus sigma bond pair, lone pair plus sigma bond pair. If you know that value, you just simply add it and you will get the steric number, and from that you can calculate the hybridizations. Okay, how about CO3 minus 2? CO3 minus 2. Okay, CO3 minus 2. Total valence electron 4 plus 3 multiplied by 6 plus 2 charge. So 4 plus 18 plus 2, that will give you 24, divided by 8. So hybridization is sp2 because steric number is 3. Now if you draw the structure, C double bonded O, O minus, so it will have resonating structure, so you can do like this way also, or else you can do like this, C double bonded to O minus. Okay. So hybridizations for carbon in CO3 minus 2 will be sp2. Done. Now next molecule, XCO3. What will be the hybridizations for XCO3? Okay, for XCO3 you just count XCO3. You count total valence electron. Total valence electron will be 8 plus 3 multiplied by 6, 20, 26. 8 3s are 24, 2. So steric number will be 3 plus 1 4. This is the steric number. So hybridizations will be sp3. Hybridizations will be sp3. If we draw the structure, then the structure look like, and one lone pair will be there. See, xenon has 8 electron in its outermost shell. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, so this is the okay, so hybridizations of xenon in XCO3 is sp3. Okay, now next H2. So total valence electron for H2, 2 multiplied by 1 plus 6, that will give you 8. See, when the total valence electron will be less than or equal to 8, you just divide by 2. So 2 4s are 8. So steric number is 4 and hybridization sp3. Now if you draw the Lewis structure, if you draw the Lewis structure, you will get like this: 2 lone pair and 2 sigma bond pair. So 1 2 3 4. So sigma plus Lp will give you 4, and that's why hybridization is sp3. So oxygen is sp3 hybridized. Done. Next, PCl5. For PCl5, total valence electron 5 plus 5 multiplied by 7 is equal to 40. 8 5s are 40. So static number 5. So hybridization will be sp3d. So hybridization will be sp3d. What will be the structure? PCl5. For PCl5, okay, this is phosphorus, Cl, 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 Cl. So phosphorus form 4 sigma bond with 5 sigma bond with 5 Cl. 1 2 3 4 5. That's why sigma bond pair here, sigma bond pair is equal to 5, and that's why hybridization is sp3d. Done. This is the structure for PCl5 and hybridizations of phosphorus and PCl5. Now next move to SF4. What will be the hybridizations of sulfur in SF4? In SF4, total valence electron 6 plus 4 multiplied by 7, that will give you 34. Divide by 8. So static number, so this is for lone pair, this value will give you lone pair, this is sigma bond pair. So static number is equal to 4 plus 1, that is 5. So hybridizations will be sp3d hybridizations. Hybridizations will be sp3d hybridizations. Remember one thing, that for this case you cannot use any d orbital for mixing of 1s, 3p and 1d. This is fixed. See, there are 5 d orbital, right? dx square minus y square, dz square, dxy, dxz and dyz. These are the 5 d orbital. In this case, the orbitals, the lobe will be along the axis, and in these 3 orbitals, lobe will be in between the axis. See, dxy, dxz and dyz, the shape will be like this: x and y. If you write xz, then xz, this is xy. If you write yz, then you will get yz. And dx square minus y square, this is the shape for dx square minus y square. Okay, phase. We must put the wave phase, sign of the wave phase. And dz square, this is the dz square. Okay. Minus. This is the set for dz square. Okay. Now which d orbital will be used for sp3d? For sp3d, this d is basically dz square. Okay. This d is basically dz square, not dx square minus y square or dxy or dxz or dyz. Remember that. Don't forget that. Okay. Now next one. Except for then I3 minus. So for I3 minus, you just calculate total valence electron. What? 7 multiplied by 3 plus 1, that will give you 22. Just divide it by 8. 8 2s are 16. 6 2 3s are 6. So steric number is 5. So hybridization will be sp3d. This is the structure for 1, 2, okay, and 1 more. Okay. one pair and 3 lone pair. Okay. See, I will have 8 electron center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's all. So this is the hybridization for iodine in I3 minus, and hybridization will be sp3d. Here also d orbital will be d z square. Okay. Okay. Now next move to XCF2. XCF2. What will be the hybridizations for XCF2? Okay. Calculate total valence electron. Total valence electron 8 plus 2 multiplied by 7. That will give you 22. Okay. 8 plus 7, 22. Okay. 8 these are 16. 6 2 3 are 6. So here also steric number 5. So hybridizations will be hybridizations of xenon in XCF2 will be sp3d. sp3d. What will be the structure? Which structure? Xe. Okay. XCF2. This is F, 1F. This is 1 lone pair, 2 lone pair, 3 lone pair. Done. So hybridizations for xenon in XC. Hybridizations for xenon in XCF2 will be sp3d. Okay. Now XCOF4. Now next move to XCOF4. So XCOF4 total valence electron 8 plus 6 plus 4 multiplied by 7. So 14 plus 28, that will give you 42. So 8 5s are 42. 2 1s are 2. So 5 plus 1, that will give you 6. That is 5. This is 5. Okay. So what will be the hybridizations? Hybridizations will be steric number 6. So hybridizations of xenon in XCOF4, it will be sp3d2. If you write, see Xc, if double bonded O, how many electrons do you use? 1 2 3 4 5 6. One lone pair will be there. This is the lone pair. One lone pair will be there. Now you just count sigma bond pair. 1 2 3 4 5 and one lone pair. So that will give you steric number 6, and that's why hybridization is sp3d2. 1 3 4 2 6. Okay, done. Next, ICL5. Okay, what will be the hybridizations for ICL5? Total valence electron 7 plus 5 multiplied by 7, that will give you 42. 8 5 are 42. 2 is 1. This is also 6. Steric number 6 means hybridizations is sp3d2. So ICL5 will have sp3d2 hybridizations. How? Okay. In order to do so, I draw a structure I. This is Cl1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, and one lone pair. This will be the Lewis structure. Okay, Cl will have lone pair like put 3 lone pair of electron. Okay, so total bond sigma bond 1 2 3 4 5 sigma bond and one lone pair. So hybridizations in this case will be sp3d2. sp3d2. Okay. Now XCF6. What will be the hybridizations in XCF6? XCF6 8 6 multiplied by 7, that will give you 50. 8 6 are 48. 2 6 7. So hybridizations will be sp3d3. The steric number is 7, so hybridizations will be sp3d3. How we will do that? Xc if 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 and one more pair of electron. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So hybridization will give you, like hybridization will be sp3 d3 of xenon. Now next move to xcf5 minus. xcf5 minus. So total valence electron 5 sorry 8, 5 multiplied by 7 plus 1, that will give you 44. So 8 static number 7, so hybridization will be sp3 d3. So for xcf5 minus, hybridization will be sp3 d3. Like xenon. Okay, let me draw the structure. Okay, like that way we can draw the Lewis structure. 1 2 3 4 5 sigma bond pair and 2 lone pair, 1 and 2. So 5 plus 2 7, and hybridization will be sp3 d3. And what will be the hybridizations for PO4 minus 3? What will be the hybridizations for PO4 minus 3? PO4 minus 3, calculate total valence electron. Total valence electron will be 5 plus 4 multiplied by 6 plus 3. So 5 plus 20, 4 plus 3, that will be 32. Divide by 8. So hybridization will be sp3. Hybridization will be sp3 because studying number here is 4. So how can draw the Lewis structure? We can draw the Lewis structure like P double bonded O minus 2 4 6 2 4 6 2 4 6 2 4 6. Okay, one very interesting thing I just want to tell you that from the Lewis structure, if you are smart enough in drawing the Lewis structure, from Lewis structure also you can calculate the hybridizations. So in order to draw the Lewis structure, I have already made 2 videos. So you please go through it, and if you go through that video, I hope that you can draw any Lewis structure. And if you draw the Lewis structure, then from that Lewis structure, just by counting single bond means sigma bond and the lone pair of electron, if there is lone pair electron, then you can do the hybridizations also. Okay, the last one is SO4 minus 2. So one is SO4 minus 2. So we calculate total valence electron. Total valence electron what? 6 plus 4 multiplied by 6 plus 2. So 4 6 plus 24 plus 2. So that is also give you 32. So if you divide by 8, so here also hybridization will be sp3. If you draw the structure, Lewis structure, so hybridization will be sp3. Now I am going to show you the Lewis structure for SO4 minus 2. For SO4 minus 2. Okay, this is sulfur, double bonded oxygen, single bonded formal charge. See, if oxygen form one bond with sulfur, then it will carry formal charge -1. This oxygen also carry formal charge -1. We just put the lone pair 2 4 6 2 4 6. Oh, sorry. Here it should. Okay, 2 4 6. That's all done. So hybridizations here, you just count 1 2 3 4 sigma bond. So hybridizations will be sp3. Like this way you can do the hybridizations. That was the method 1. Method number 2, if you want to do the hybridizations by following other methods, then what will be the method? Okay, method number 2, Method number 2. In this method, we just apply a formula, but I am writing steric number is equal to half valence electron of what? Valence electron of central atom, of which you are going to see the hybridescence. Valence electron plus number of monovalent atom. This is MVA, means number of monovalent atom. Monovalent atom means here monovalent atom. Which are the monovalent atom? Hydrogen monovalent atom, fluorine monovalent, Cl monovalent, here I monovalent, Cl monovalent, oxygen bivalent. So oxygen we won't include oxygen here. I'll show you. Plus A minus C. Plus A means if it carries negative charge, then we will add, and if it carries like positive charge, we will subtract. I mean, this is for anion, this is for cation. Okay, one more hybridescence we will do for cation, like NH4 plus. Okay, so this is the formula. Based on that formula, we will do the hybridescence. This is the method number 2. We can do hybridescence for any molecule. Okay, go for BeCl2. See, for BeCl2, steric number is half beryllium 2 valence electron, number of monovalent 2, so 4 divided by 2, 2. So steric number 2, that means hybridescence is sp. Earlier also we have shown that hybridescence in BeCl2 will be sp. Done. Okay, now carbon dioxide, half of 4 plus valence electron of carbon 4, monovalent atom 0, oxygen bivalent, so 0, so 2, so carbon dioxide. In carbon dioxide, hybridescence for carbon is sp. So this will be the structure. So from here also you can calculate the hybridescence, or you can get the hybridescence of carbon. Now you just take any molecule like okay, NH4 plus, what I will do? Steric number half of 5 plus 4 minus 1, so 8, 4. So this will be sp3 hybridized. So what will be the structure? This structure N H H H H. This will carry for one charge. Okay, how many sigma bonds? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 sigma bonds means steric number 4. So hybridescence will be sp3. Done. Now if you want to do the hybridescence for PO4 minus 3. Okay, if you want to do the hybridescence for PO4 minus 3, how will you do? Half phosphorus valence electron 5. We won't include oxygen because it is monovalent. So 5 plus 3, this is charge for anion. So 4, and hybridescence will be sp3. So if you are confused whether it will be really sp3, you just draw the Lewis structure. If you draw the Lewis structure, P double bonded O minus, this oxygen can form a charge because it will form single bond with phosphorus. So hybridescence, number of sigma bond 1, 2, 3, 4. So sigma bond 4. So steric number is basically 4, and hybridescence will be sp3. Done. What else? Okay, ICl5. This will be the last one. I will be doing that. Okay, ICl5. What will be the hybridescence for ICl5? Okay, half of 7 plus 5, that is 6. So hybridescence will be, steric number is 6. Hybridescence will be sp3 b2. Go for Lewis structure. I Cl 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Iodine has 6 electron in valencer, so it has used basically 6 electron. So 7 electron. 7 electron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So iodine used 7 electron. Okay, so this is the correct Lewis structure. You have to, of course, you have to put the lone pair on Cl. Okay, so these are the methods to do the hybridization of atom in any molecule, of central atom in any molecule. Okay, so we basically follow 3 methods. One, basically from total valence electron we can calculate the hybridizations. You just divide it by 2, divide by 8. If TVE, total valence electron, is more than 8, or else you just divide it by, here you just divide by 2. Okay, if total valence electron is equal to 8 or less than 8. Okay. Number two, on the formula, static number is half into number of valence electron plus number of monovalent atom, plus A minus C. A for charge for anion and C charge for cation. Number 3, Lewis structure. If you know the Lewis structure, from that Lewis structure you can easily calculate the hybridizations for central atom in a molecule. So Lewis structure, sum of the molecule, in order to determine the hybridizations for some of the molecules, I will suggest for the Lewis structure. If you go through that Lewis structure, you will be easily calculating the hybridizations for central atom. I'll just give you one example. Say you need to calculate, you need to know the hybridizations for nitrogen atom on azide. Hybridizations of nitrogen in azide. You need to do that. In order to do so, I will suggest you that you please just try to draw the Lewis structure. I have made a video on Lewis structure of so many molecules like NO2, NO3, NO2 plus, NO2 minus, NO3 minus, SO4 minus 2, PO4 minus 3, SCN minus, NCO minus, CNO minus, okay, CO3 minus 2, N2O. I made all the Lewis structure in my video. Please go through that one. Then you can able to do the hybridizations at ease. Okay, say N3 minus. So what we will do? You just draw the structure of N3 minus. See, Lewis structure for N3 minus will be like this. See, nitrogen here will carry formal charge positive, here negative, here negative. One more structure we can draw, like that is resonating structure. See, N triple bond at N. So here it will be plus, here it will be minus 2. And one more also you can draw, that N single bond at N, and here you just put triple bond. Okay, I have discussed all this structure in my earlier video. Okay, out of these two structure, for hybridizations you can check anything, you can take anything, but this will be the most stable structure. Because it carries less formal charge. Here it carries minus 2. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And here 1, 2, 3, 4. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, for hybridizations what we will do? Hybridizations for this nitrogen atom, we will count the sigma bond pair and lone pair. So how many sigma bonds are there? There are 2 sigma bonds. there are two sigma bonds. Two sigma bonds. We are not bothered about the pi bonds because pi bond has no role in determining hybridization or hybridized orbital not take part. Hybridized orbital do not take part in forming pi bonds. So we should not count the pi bonds. We will be only counting the sigma and lone pair or unpaired electron if there will be any unpaired electron. Okay. So two sigma bond here also two sigma bonds. So what will be the hybridizations? This case hybridizations will be sp. This nitrogen is sp. For this resonating structure, hybridizations won't change. Here also, hybridizations will be sp. In my next lecture, I will show you that how to determine the hybridizations of central atom for these molecules. These molecules are very important molecules. Okay. So thank you so much. I hope you liked it. You just go through it. Okay. If you have any difficulties, if you have any problem, you just comment on YouTube. I will reply and I will try to solve your problem. So thank you so much.